Alright, new tier list. Last time I did tier list, I did Kirby games. So now, this time, I'm gonna do sub games in Kirby games. Figured this would be a little fun. I played most of these. Some of them didn't play as much as others, so I might need a little guide to remind myself what they were, because it's been years for some of these. But if you guys like tier lists, there will be more, especially Kirby. I do plan to do maybe like masks from the Return to Dreamland Deluxe game, and then probably do copy abilities because that seems like a fun one. But if you guys want to get involved with that kind of stuff, consider joining my Discord. I'll put the link down in the description, but I would like to find more people that are probably PC players, but like Kirby as well, because I do plan to play 4-player multiplayer for Kirby's Air Ride. So if you guys have a PC and you're wanting to play Kirby's Air Ride with me, and you might want to be in a video with me, consider joining. I want to try to make the community fun. I want to try to get you guys involved, and you guys supporting me would allow me to do more Kirby content. I see that you guys really enjoy it, especially with the True Arena stuff. Which brings me to my next point. The True Arena challenge that I'm currently doing, it's really difficult. It has taken a number on me. So I'm taking a break here and there. I'm still trying it every now and again, and gradually I'm getting closer. So I don't really know when I'll get that video out. I'll try my best. But without further ado, I've rambled on long enough. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. So we're gonna get into sub games. These are all the games that are within the bigger games, or kind of like, I mean, these are all games within games. Some of these have turned into standalone games in the future. What are we starting with? We're starting with Flash Fishing. This is Forgotten Land. This one's fun. There's not really much going for it. I mean, it's a solid game, very challenging. Kind of have to. It's a little, I wouldn't say confusing, but random button commands, X, Y, A, B. Button commands are kind of, you know, sporadic. They're random. And sometimes they'll throw a curveball and be like, "Oh, thought you were done. 2 extra buttons." So I like that. It has a little bit of a challenge. It's not that challenging, but the whole premise is you sit, you fish, you press a couple buttons, bam, you either get a small fish or you get a big, huge fish. There's nothing else to it, but it's a pretty fun game. Oh, this one. Oh, this one's a doozy. This one is, I'm gonna, you know what? The Forgotten Land games are really fun. This one is kind of annoying, especially with Joy-Cons, or what, maybe, I don't know if you can use a Pro Controller, but anyway, when you use a Nintendo controller, this game can be pretty stupid, because the, when you tilt the controller, sometimes it doesn't tilt in your favor. A lot of times it'll act up on you in a very bad way, and it can be quite annoying. Waddle D Cafe is an honestly good game. It is fun, it can be challenging, and I like the idea of moving your D-pad left and right to select the correct food and give it to the Waddle Dee. And you know, they throw a curveball. The picture could be blurry when they're ordering, it could be blacked out. So sometimes they'll just throw a difficulty spike at you. It's very fun. It's like a fast-paced game. You're taking the Waddle Dee's orders, giving them what they want, and honestly, really enjoyable. Was this Chop Champs? That's the name of this. This is where you chop a tree and it has worms on either side. I like it. I like it better than this. It's a button mashing game, and I think you have to hit left or right to dodge the worms, if I'm not mistaken. So that's fun. Star Slam Heroes. This one, oh, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of A's or S's. This one is I forget what you entirely do. I feel like it's the same, on the same scale of this one, where you like hit the button at the correct time. You have to get the meter as high as you can to hit the meteor as far as possible. It's kind of like this, where you have to pretty much hit the deepest like crack in the earth. So I'm gonna rate this Honestly, I enjoy it more than fishing. I think this is one of the more solid games for our allies. Even if it's kind of like a carbon copy of this game, I still think it's pretty solid. Oh gosh, what is this one again? What in the world was this one? This one is Dash Course, right? What was Dash Course again? Oh my goodness, what was Dash? What was hold on. I'm blanking out here. What is Dash Course for Kirby? I remember it. I just need to. Oh, okay. This one, yeah. This one is Mass Attack, right? Okay, so you're on a path and there's shapes. You have to click the button that corresponds with the shape. It's basically you have to try to get as far as you can in terms of meters. So there's 3 buttons: circle, triangle, square. You have to click accordingly to what is lighting up in front of you. That's pretty fun. I like those games. Is this another A tier though? I'm gonna put a B for now. It's a solid game. Nothing wrong with it. It's very fun. Takes a lot of mental skill. I think it's good. Okay. EDG's Drum Dash. That's an S. It's a classic. It's like a rhythm game. Where you have to hop on drums. That's fun. Collect coins. I think that is I think that's pretty solid. It's solid. What in the world is this one again? Ah, this is another Mass Attack one. So you have to oh, it's like whack-a-mole. Uh okay. Wait, wasn't there here, let me check real quick. Oh yes, there's Gordos. You don't want to hit the Gordos, you want to hit certain enemies, they'll give you more points depending on the enemy. This one, fine. Right? I mean, like, okay, it's whack-a-mole. These aren't bad per se. I'm just you know, they're far better. But no, they're not bad. I think these are all pretty good. One is Bumper Drop Bump. Oh, this one's kind of like a Mario Party sort of game. This is from Crystal Shards. This game, you stand under a tree in the forest and you're basically catching fruit in a basket. Yeah, it's kind of like a Mario Party in a sense. Yeah, we're gonna need to do this accordingly. That's better than the fish game. Is Chop Champs worse than the fish game? No, okay, so like this one's kind of hard to rate high because it's like a solo game. You can actually play it with 2 people, but you know, this one's a 4-player multiplayer. It challenges your speed and I don't know. And to me, it's more fun than this. This is what I find more fun in terms of sub games. Okay, this one is the 100-yard hop. So you have to hop and try to get first place while avoiding water puddles. Okay, sounds good. This one, better than that. That one's actually really fun. It's very competitive. Yeah, the crane game. That's a classic. But there's not much going for the crane game, isn't it? Literally just, you know, pick up Kirby and with, you know, pick up Kirby with the crane. Is that literally it? I think it is. I'll rate it higher than this. It's a classic. It's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think it's got like much replay value. And also it's like, of course I'm gonna be rating the multiplayer ones higher because at the end of the day, multiplayer ones are just more fun. This is Quick Draw. Ooh, Quick Draw's fun. Quick Draw is A. Right here. Quick Draw challenges your speed. It's kind of like the Samurai one. This is literally just Quick Draw, right? Yeah, but significantly, it's a slightly better one way. I don't know. Plus Samurai. I like Western, but Samurai's cool. Probably shouldn't have put that up so early, but they're kind of the same vein, so I felt like it Speed Eaters? Ooh. Okay, Speed Eaters. Speed Eaters is the game where there's 4 Kirby's and it's either apples or bombs. Yeah, so you sit at a table, there's a pallet in front of you, it's either apples or bombs. You don't want to hit the button when there's bombs. That one's good. That one. You know what? I'm gonna knock this down to B, high B. Because again, it's a good challenge and it's a very fun and entertaining game, but there's only 3 different boards and the last board is a pain. And especially with Nintendo tilt controls. And it's a solo game, I think, so you can't really. I could be wrong about this because I played this game like a loner, but I don't think this is 2-player. It could be, but even if it's 2-player, I don't think it lives up to the 4-player games. Okay, let's see here. This one. What's this next one? This one is the Canvas Curse minigame, correct? Yeah, this is Block Attack. So Block Attack is pretty fun. I don't remember it too much though. I don't remember it too much. I think out of all the Canvas Curse sub games, that one was my least favorite. Nothing personal, nothing wrong with it. I think it was fun, but I don't think I went back to it as much. Cart Run is good. Mainly because it's like Gourmet Race, but you're in a cart and King DDD is throwing hammers at you. But you collect food, right? Yeah, food, and food gives you max speed boost. So it's like Gourmet Race. That one. Put here. Okay, this one is also Canvas Curse. This is the Paint Panic. And this one is literally just connect the dots. Are you just painting? Are you just connecting the dots here? Is that what it is? Oh. Wait, Kirby slowly rolls along in a tube above the stage. Bombers are approaching and Paint Roller is drawing an image. Oh, he's drawn the image. Oh. Oh, okay, I get it now. So he's drawing and you have to mimic his drawing. It's like a game of memory. If you don't mimic his drawing, I'm sure that will hurt you. Okay, that one's like a memory game. I like it. Oh, stop. I'll put it right there. Brawl Ball. Oh, Brawl Ball's good. Brawl Ball is really good. That one is the pinball with the enemies. And that's Mass Attack? Yeah. Okay. The Brawl Ball, playing pinball, there's enemies. So it's literally just you're playing pinball and you have to hit the enemies. Those are your obstacles. Alright. That one's actually really good. If I had to put this up here, I would put it. I actually enjoy it quite a lot. I actually enjoy it a lot. Curtain Call, another Mario Party game where you have to guess the correct amount of Kirby's. I don't remember the difficulty of the game. I just remember parts of it being super easy. It's a fine game, but there's no like real. Okay, well that's the first D. No offense. I mean, like all these sub games are fun in their own right, but this one, just remember it was kind of just too easy. If I'm being honest. And there's not really much going for it. Not much like replay value. Kirby Fighters, absolute classic. I might just put that up to high A. Is it worthy of S? It might be, honestly. It might actually be. Kirby Fighters and like I don't know. It's a fun game. I think Kirby Fighters 2 definitely makes it far better, adding more characters, adding a story, more copy abilities. I think Kirby Fighters 2 just ones up Kirby Fighters, but Kirby Fighters is an iconic game for the 3DS. I remember playing it all the time in middle school. Really fun. I enjoy it. Request. Request is the Mass Attack game where you're fighting bosses with HP. Yeah, that one's good. That one's actually my favorite from Mass Attack. Put it right. No, I'll put more higher than that. I really enjoy this Crystal Shards game, but Kirby's Quest, absolute banger. Ooh, Kirby Wave Jump. That's a classic. We'll put it right there. Still really enjoy Quick Draw. Oh, this one. This one again. Yeah. Oh, well, wait. That's because it's oh, that's because it's Amazing Mirror, isn't it? Which I haven't played. I know it's good though. I know it's a good mini game. I'll put it higher than this. I've seen people play this mini game. It looks fun. I've actually, even though I haven't played Amazing Mirror, I have played this sub game though. Oh boy, what is this one? Another samurai one. Is this just the 4-way samurai battle? Might be. I don't remember this one too much. If I had to say anything, I would probably put it. I don't want to be too harsh for it. Put it here. Not much I remember from this one. And if I recall correctly, I like the one-on-one version better. That might just be me. Kirby 3D Rumble. Oh, that's right. Wasn't Kirby 3D Rumble a newer version of a canceled Kirby game? I think it was. Kirby 3D Rumble was nice. The 3D oh, that's right. It was Plant Robot. Oh yeah, and then this was another game that got its own game, right? Blow Up Blast is literally just a different version of 3D Rumble, if I'm not mistaken. 3D Rumble is fun. I like the 3D concept. I think it was one of the cooler sub games. I don't remember it too well. I just remember there's like a 2.5D sort of map, and you had to line up your shots to hit the enemies. That one's good. I would say I enjoy it more than who am I kidding? It's probably up there. And Kirby Clash, absolute S tier. And Kirby Clash is just one of those games that I had the most fun with. By far most memorable to me. Absolutely love Team Kirby Clash, especially playing with friends. Bomb Rally. Ooh, Bomb Rally's a good one. There's so many A and S tiers. I think that's just the whole thing about this entire tier list. There's gonna be a lot of high tiered sub games because they're fun. This is why Kirby should have a Mario Party-esque game, because these sub games are really good. Bomb Rally, the 4-player mini game, like Hot Potato, but you're hitting a bomb with a pan. See, what's nice about this version is that it's not just Hot Potato. If you correct your hits the right time, you can have like a really powerful hit that would speed up the bomb. So it takes a lot of precision and skill. I will put it right there. This one is the Booming Blasters. This one was actually really good. I would put it B, high B, very high B. Maybe, who am I kidding? Do I like it more than I like it? Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to rework this maybe, because I enjoy this way more than I do fishing. And with this is honestly fun. This one is IA. Fun. I think the only thing that I knock it down for is that you can cheese the hell out of it. You can cheese it by standing in the corner and just spamming to whatever direction there is. So if you're in the top, like, you're in like the top right corner, you can spam left or down, and practically no one can hit you. Well, normal players could. Bots can't. Bots are super dumb if you stand in the corner and just do that. This one is Crackety Hack. Crackety Hack is absolute S tier. It is actually my favorite sub game of all. Where is, speaking of, where did I put, what? Isn't it on the list? Oh yeah, Megaton Punch is literally the same. I think, yeah, I'll rate it lower. This version's better because I don't really know. This might be 4-player. I might be wrong. But I think this is also 4-player. I don't know. This one, just a more modern look of this version. You could play as anybody. You can play as, I think you could play as any of the Kirbys, and I think you could play as DDD, Meta Knight, and Bandana Waddle D, and you have masks. That's a big plus. Yeah, I just think this version's better than that one. That's just me. Egg Catcher's fun. Challenging. Damn it. In the boys hate Egg Catcher level 3. Just gonna say it. Kirby on the draw. This one's fun. Practicing on your aim and your speed. Certain cutouts of enemies have different, you know, points to them. 10, 20, 100, 120, 50, whatever. This one's nice. But I like it better than the bomb one. I like it kind of on the same scale of the bomb one. Magalore's home tracker, which I'm not to yet. Ninja Dojo, yes. Ninja Dojo. Ninja Dojo. Work on your timing to hit the target. This one, it's a bit too complicated for me, I'll be honest. I like it better than the egg. It's a solid game. Very solid. Now, what is this one? This one's Smash Ride, correct? Am I right about that? Smash Ride? I think this is Smash Ride. Oh yes, this is Smash Ride. This is Squeak Squad. This is a Squeak Squad game. Yes. Absolute S tier. Okay, I lied. This is not my favorite. This is. I love this. You're on like a circular arena and you're holding down the accelerate button and the D-pad, and then you aim and hit people off the edge. This one was my favorite in Squeak Squad. Absolute banger. Absolute banger. Magalore's Tome Trackers. This one, very nice. I think it's a very fun one, especially 4 players. This one might be one of the best 4-player games. Low S. Definitely prefer these games over it, but this is so fun. Honestly, a fun game. Scope Shot. I'm actually kind of sad that this was not in the Return to Dreamland remake / remaster. This was an absolute banger of a game. I mean, maybe it didn't have much going for it, but I found it very fun. I would say even right there. Now we're at Speedy Tea Time. Literally just button mash cakes before he eats them. Correct? Yeah, it's alright. I know I praise Squeak Squad, but sometimes it just doesn't have. I mean, it's an okay. Again, this is not saying it's bad. It's just lower than a lot of these. There might be a lot of these that are not even in the correct place, but whatever. Treasure Shot. Treasure Shot. Treasure Shot was literally just you shooting. It's literally just the same as this. You're spamming and shooting treasure, or he can take it, right? So it's kind of just the same. These two are, aren't this? Yeah, these two are literally just the same. I might prefer this one a bit more. Kirby Card Swipe. Oh, this is the one where it shows a card and you have to try to get the matching card, but it could be upside down or flipped over, right? Okay. Yeah, this is the one where you put like a cherry blossom or some crap on the card to claim it. This one's okay. I don't remember this one too fondly, to be honest. Right, definitely higher than that. Snack Track's good. Snack Track's a good one. Conveyor belt with food. You munch the food. Try not to munch the worms with bombs. 4-player game. I get the most points. Yada yada yada. That one's good. Is it better than Speed Eaters? I honestly might think, yeah. Yeah. That one I remember fondly. Okay. I'm actually gonna need to look this one up. Because I don't remember this one too much. Or actually, I'm an idiot. Yes, I do. It's the Mass Attack one. I don't remember the name. So you're just like a... you're just like a... like an attack plane. Like a line of 10 Kirby's just flying in the air, shooting like a jet. Yeah, this one is actually a banger. This one's good. This one is... I did say Kirby Quest was my favorite. Okay, it's next to Kirby Quest. These two are close contenders. Furthermore, I think that's about it. Is there any last minute changes that I want to make? Any last minute changes at all? This looks pretty solid. These are actually really fun. Yeah, again, these two are the same vein. They're literally the same. Like, they literally brought this game back to Return to Dreamland, but they just gave it a different name. It might be slightly different, but I don't know. They're the same. Aim for the target, get your meter up, punch the earth, boom. There you go, crack the earth, get the biggest crack out of the 4. Pretty much the same. Good, 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 good. Do I prefer Clash over Drum Dash? I like them both, that's the problem. The regional Team Kirby Clash is a little bit lacking, I would say. I think the standalone Kirby Clash, ooh, it adds so much. Especially with the lore, too. Or no, this one had mag lore, too, didn't it? I think so. It's been a while since I played Triple Deluxe. Fortunately. Kirby Fighters, yes. Ooh, okay, this is fun. No, I'll keep it there. It's a fun minigame. I think it's well deserving of that spot. Hope Shot, yes, 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 yes. Okay, yeah, I think this is about good. Alright, well, there we go. I think that's a solid tier list. There might be some things that I want to change later. I'm probably going to regret it, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm happy with the tier list right now. I definitely need to check these sub games again, because my opinion might change. It's been years since I played some of these sub games. So maybe my opinion will change. Maybe Wave Ride or maybe Top Champs will be lower. Maybe they'll be higher. I don't know. Maybe Speedy Tea Time is an absolute fun game. By far, I need to replay Curtain Call because quite honestly don't remember it too much. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if this video lingered on a bit, but my first standalone video, so. But also, yeah, when it comes to Kirby, I want to take my time and make sure that I'm making this tier list best as possible. So hopefully a lot of this has corresponded with you guys. Maybe that your tier list looks similar, but I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious if your tier list is different from mine. I love all Kirby sub games. I think they're all enjoyable. Anything Kirby is an absolute enjoyment.